Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Gino and today's video is going to be a Goyard double review. Now, I don't own a Goyard. In fact, I've been on the fence for a while about buying one, but I'll get into the reasons why a bit later. But for this part of the video, I want to do a comparison between the Goyard Belvedere PM and the Faure Express 21. Who copied who? Who did it first? Who did it better? This is not mine, I'm just borrowing it for this video. So you'll be seeing my first impressions as to whether or not this particular canvas impresses me. So some quick specs about this bag. This is 22 by 6.5 by 17 centimeters. It is predominantly in a coated canvas in their green color, with green cowhide leather as the secondary material. All of the top stitching is in a white thread. Silver colored hardware with Goyard Paris laser etched on there. So this, like most of their other pieces, has the tricolor chevron Y design, which uses the same 3 base colors, but the background color can come in 11 different color options. What I appreciate about using a contrasting thread as top stitching, you cannot hide any imperfections in the stitch. If a stitch is skipped, then you would definitely notice it. So the artisan took extra special attention. And to repeat this machining across the entire underside of this bag, that is real craftsmanship. Interesting observation, the leather trim, the way it's designed is that because it continues all the way to the back, it creates this lipped effect. So it actually dips at the back right here. You have one back pocket right there. And to open it, just simply flap this. Leather lining for the flap component, but inside it is a canvas saffron yellow, very vibrant. It's got one back pocket right there and then 2 smaller pockets at the front. And of course it has an adjustable strap with buckle there. And I know there's a serial code embossed somewhere on the inside, but I for the life of me cannot find it. But when I do, I'll insert a picture of it right here. And it also has Goyard Paris made in France embossed right there. Interesting feature about this strap, you can actually remove it altogether. It is not buckled on the side. Gentle, gentle. You can carry it as a clutch. So that's some versatility for you. The main problem with this bag that I've been finding throughout this video so far, I cannot get this bloody strap into this buckle thing. It's like every time I push this flap down, the buckle pushes down with it. So like, look at that. Like, there's almost no space for me to thread this thing. Obviously, it's a different story when you fully pack this, because once it is, this will stay more upright. Okay, I put some stuff in and it was a lot easier to thread the strap through. Retail price, I can't tell you, but the person that did buy it bought it for 4,800 Australian dollars. An interesting fact about this bag, this is the 3rd iteration. The first one had a double strap. The 2nd iteration was this design, but using smooth leather. People were encountering problems with smooth leather. In particular, when this is bent over time, it creases and deforms. So that was a complaint that people were getting. So this is version 3, where they used grained leather, which is a lot more durable. This is also an alternative way to secure the bag if you don't want to be completely fumbling with the buckle and strap. For comparison, this is my Express 21. I've already done a review video on this, so I won't reiterate the details of this bag. What I do want to press is that this strap is a lot easier to put on and off, even when this bag is not filled. This bag is empty right now. The straps here are also removable. However, this is really tight, so it is very difficult to pull this apart. But if and when you do it, you too can carry this as a clutch. And the added benefit, you have a top handle. Both bags are 22 centimeters long, but this is 1 centimeter shorter in depth and 1 centimeter shorter in height. I want to say I paid 2,300 Australian dollars for this, but I believe there was a price increase. Under certain lighting like this, these colors are very similar. However, in broad daylight, this is a lot more brighter and more prominent. You get a lot more space and utility with the pockets in this Goyard one as opposed to this one, where it is a lot smaller because it uses a lot more extra padding, which kind of shrinks the capacity down. And also this zipper really shrinks the opening. Aside from doing a straight up comparison of these two bags, the other reason I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to do an in-depth comparison of the canvases themselves. Generally, this one is a lot glossier and has a smooth finish, whereas this one, it too has some gloss, but is a lot more tactile and has some texture to it. So that's what's diffusing the light, as opposed to this where it's just more reflecting it. I can't tell you with confidence which canvas is thicker. I don't own calipers, so I can't really do an in-depth measurement of it. These bags, because they're structured, they have interfacing between the lining and the outer canvas. So that's what's giving both of these bags extra structure. I'm just feeling the back pockets of each because that's where the canvas is thinnest. And my personal opinion, I feel that the Faure canvas is thicker than Goyard. Coated canvas in general is just either cotton or linen that's been printed on with the design, and then a top layer of PVC put on top. That's what's giving it the gloss. But the real difference is the amount of PVC that they're putting on top of their canvases. Personally, I feel that Goyard puts less PVC on their canvas as opposed to other brands like Faure and Louis Vuitton. That's what makes Goyard canvas a lot more smooth and pliable. I also have in my hands the Goyard Jouvence PM. This is 25 by 7 by 18.5 centimeters. This is in the black colorway, but has the same tri-colored chevron print. It is also very, very glossy. It's also a continuous design, so when you flip it over, it is one piece and then a second piece up here. Silver zipper details with a G right there. On this side, it has a extra leather strap, which I believe is meant to accommodate a strap that you would buy separately for a couple $100 that you would attach to here, and so you could turn this into a wristlet. So it has two compartments, this smaller compartment in the front. It also has that very nice saffron yellow color lining. And here, the zipper extends quite far out. Yeah. And also has a back pocket right there. And it also has Goyard logo embossed very faintly, but it's right there. As a one-for-one comparison, I do have my LV Pochette Voyage right here. So this is 2 centimeters longer, 1 centimeter shorter, and 2 centimeters higher than this. Again, these bags are meant to be more structured, so there is an interfacing in both of them. I can faintly feel, but I think there is like a strip of cardboard just at the bottom here, but there is no cardboard backing anywhere else. It's just on the base. So as you can see, the light does reflect in when you just tilt it the right way, as opposed to this, just focus on the black. There you don't really see a reflection. The LV canvas has a lot more texture to it, whereas Goyard doesn't. Having these two side by side, This one does not have contrasting thread for top stitching. So I just spent a minute just really feeling this canvas, and it kind of feels a bit sticky probably because of the finish of the bag. It's not because the bag is dirty, but it really does feel a lot more sticky. This is a pre-loved pouch, and the person bought this for $2,300. Pochette Voyages, the cheapest that you can buy them at retail is $1,580. So imagine this is just the plain monogram for $1,500 as opposed to paying $2,300 plus for this. I think I would buy the pochette over and over again. I don't doubt that the artisans took their time to craft these bags. These pieces do look really nice, but would I be paying the resale price for these because Australia doesn't have a Goyard store? I don't think so. As for these, $2,300 versus $4,800. I'd buy this again. I know people do comparisons about the St. Louis tote and the LV Neverfull, and whatever Faure Lepage's equivalent to their tote is, but having these two specific styles together, like, it is a lot more noticeable as to which bag I feel is the more superior one. Generally, you get a lot more leather for your money when you buy Faure Lepage, whereas this is just predominantly canvas. And you get a top handle, and the hardware detail I feel is just a lot more elegant, whereas this has zero hardware except for this buckle right here. Like, I'm not knocking anyone that owns a Goyard. Goyard has its place, and it has a heritage which I can appreciate. This video is really just to assess whether or not I personally would want to get a Goyard bag for myself, given that I already own pieces that could substitute for these. And I've been browsing their website from time to time, and there's no single piece that makes me go, I really need it in my collection. If I really wanted to add a Goyard piece, like, I could really just get any old one as long as it's at a fair price, but I wouldn't go out of my way seeking out a specific style for myself. With this type of texture, it's giving me the feeling of patent leather. So if you're not a fan of patent leather, you should probably stay away from Goyard canvas. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do you own a Goyard? If so, tell me your experiences with it. Your input would definitely be appreciated for those that are still wondering about Goyard quality. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.